What's going on, YouTube? It's Pelfrey, and I'm going to try to be a little bit more positive in this video. My previous video, it got a lot of great feedback, and ultimately I have received a lot of great feedback from everyone on YouTube, Instagram, Reef to Reef. But I do thank everybody for reaching out and just showing support. I've also heard from people that I might not have otherwise heard from before. There are just plenty of people have reached out to me, sent me messages, and it's been wonderful, and thank you so much. It's kind of strange to me that me talking about something can influence something. So a lot of people have reached out to me and said, hey, I've got a Red Sea Reefer 250 or a different Red Sea Reefer because of watching your videos. And I don't know if it was the plumbing videos or just tank itself, but it's amazing to me, and I really do appreciate everyone's support. Thank you so much. So as you can see, I still have the tank. The tank has been stripped down to pretty much the bare basics. I have a Jabo PP15, which is large. I meant to order a PP8, but I got a 15, and I think it's doing a good job in the tank. It's on the lowest setting with the slowest pulse, and we've got a good wave here. So it's just not worth sending it back to save $5 or whatever it was on Amazon. The sump area has been stripped down. We can start over here. We got a J-Cod DCT 4000 with some cheap plumbing. I do plan on, because there's a kink here, I'm going to get another union and put it a little bit lower. Now, the only reason I use a union is because sometimes the hose is hard to pull off the barb fitting, and if I want to pull the pump out, all I got to do is turn it off, unscrew the union, and pull it out. It doesn't take any time at all. But I've been running the pump now for a few days, and you know what? I've never run one of these pumps before. Shout out to Billy Pipes for actually giving me the pump. Thank you very much. But it's dead silent. Can't hear anything. This is the Octo Aquatics filter tray. It's doing a wonderful job. Now, since I'm not running a skimmer, I am seeing this fill up a little bit more often. I don't know if that has any correlation or not. Next, I've got a Amazon light, 100-watt light in here, and I don't have anything to grow at the moment, but this is going to be the nutrient export of the system. It does come with this hanging kit, and I've just kind of got the cables coiled up there to raise it up a little bit. So like $30, something like that. I do have the Neptune pH probe just sitting in here to stay wet, but otherwise it's not plugged up to anything. Then last, I got the Kamoer X1, and I actually looked at the Coral Box wireless doser, and they were the same price, so I went with the Kamoer. Now, the only thing that I don't like about it is the tubing is quite a bit smaller, so it doesn't really fit into the push connects, or I haven't really messed with it enough. So we've got it sitting in that container there, but I do dose Kalk water into the tank, so I wanted to get a single dosing pump, and this was wireless, so it works out pretty good. I've not had any issues with it. It was very easy to set up, very easy to calibrate. I do have a couple other things going on in the tank, but I'm going to save that for a different video. But we don't count the lights. The equipment to run the tank was like $300. That's counting the pump that I got for free, pretty much. $30 for the light. I don't know, $70 for this. I did buy a Reeflink, so a Reeflink's on the way. I know that I could program these with the computer, but I decided to just go ahead and get a Reeflink. So the tank is going to run pretty much bare minimum. I'm not sure what's going to happen yet. I know I touched on this last video. I have no clue what the future holds, but I wanted to have a bare bones tank with no controller on it, not a ton of accessories on it, and I might have the tank for 6 months before I get rid of it. I may not get rid of it. I really don't know. I'm leaning towards getting rid of it, and if the right offer comes my way, then I'll get rid of it. But adding this equipment to the tank can you know, entice a buyer more so than having all the expensive stuff on the tank. And quite frankly, you know, the tank will probably run better now than it ever has. But you know, we'll just kind of see how that goes. But I will say that whenever I pulled all the Apex stuff off the tank, you know, the WXM, the FMM module, the WXM still on the tank, which is the only thing the Apex is running right now. When I pulled the dose, the Core 20, the skimmer, when I started pulling all that stuff out, it was like a weight lifted off my shoulder. So we are going to go over the equipment cabinet, but again, I'm going to save that for another video. But yeah, I mean, I'm running the tank on bare minimal equipment, and it's working, and everything is happy, and everything looks very good. So, you know, the tank is pretty expensive. Obviously, you could go with a more budget-friendly LED, but $300 for return pump, wave maker, refugium light, and a refugium will probably do wonders in this tank. Stay tuned for that. So I am still tinkering a little bit, but not to the extent that I was. So this isn't about money or anything. You know, I just want to allocate the funds that have been dumped into this whenever I know I can go a cheaper route into something else that the whole family can enjoy. So, you know, and if that does mean getting rid of the whole setup and allocating that funds elsewhere, if that's a family vacation for us or whatever, then it is what it is. So if you're not following me on Instagram, check out Instagram. I'm on Reef to Reef. And as always, I do appreciate everybody's support. Hopefully this is like I said, a more positive, uplifting video. But, you know, I feel much more relaxed about the tank at the moment. So stay tuned for more, folks. Catch you on the next one.